baby. Hi, welcome to Vacuuming Thrift. I'm the vacuum guy. You can also call me the Kirby guy. The person holding the camera is the teenager. Say hi, teenager. Turn the camera around. Say hi.
Hi.
The teenager is the video guy. He understands cameras and light and sound and computers. We are also a thrift store, Vacuuming Thrift. The teenager also does computer repair. This is the dog. Now, a teenager wanted to make some videos. I know about vacuum cleaners, and that's about it. And I'm kind of limited to Kirby because I sold them for many years and have serviced them for a few years now. So that's really all I know about. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's begin. The most common call I get is people not understanding the concept of the belt in the carpet nozzle, or power head, some people call it. So we're going to start with that. I want everyone to pay close attention. Okay, this isn't difficult. Okay, so right here, teenager, what we're going to do is be sure that the Kirby is lifted up to the highest height adjustment. Okay, then we lift up the light bulb. You see here, I'll do it again. You ready? Watch this. Whoa, I lifted up the light bulb.
Hey, Dad. You shouldn't be mean to the people. You should try and talk. Don't talk to them like they're stupid.
Okay. All right. So let me start over then. All right, so what you do first is lift up the light bulb. You see how I did that? Yeah, you can do that too. Okay, next we need to turn the belt lifter. Earlier models do not have this lever, but this G6 from 1999 through 2001 or so, circa, does. It makes it a little bit easier to turn. If it refuses to, then maybe the belt is not put on right inside, so don't force it. It's not necessary. It just makes it a little easier. Either way, we need to unbolt and then remove. Okay, now let's first turn these little tab holders over. Next, remove the metal plate. Now, if the belt is on correctly and you lifted the belt before moving the nozzle, it should look like this. It is currently holding on to the belt, whose other side is wrapped around the brush roll. So we're going to have to let go of that belt by turning the belt lifter back the other direction. I'm going in a clockwise direction there. Now the belt is released, and the brush roll pulls out rather easily. They can be jammed, and in those cases, I just give the nozzle a little whack on the carpet or tabletop. Okay, now, from this point, we need the Kirby raised up. The carpet nozzle belt lifter needs to be at green to green. That has the little hook inside there back out of the way. Okay, now let me address something right now that I hope gets to Kirby, because I don't know how to email. Otherwise, I would have told them this a long time ago. Okay, if you look here, it says belt on and belt off. Now, it is natural to assume that is referring to if the belt is on or off the metal hook inside the nozzle, but, and look at me, it is not. The on-off is referring to this thing right here, the steel shaft that sticks out of the front of the machine. Belt on means the belt is dropped down onto the shaft, and belt off means the metal hook has reached under and grabbed it and lifted it up off the shaft, so when it spins, the brush will not. So basically, this should say belt up and belt down. You could even get a little marker and change that. Belt up and down. That would be referring to what it looks like inside this opening when we have the nozzle reassembled. Okay, so starting back here, we're at green to green. You got me? You following me? We're at green to green. Next, we'll put the belt in the middle. Next, we find that there's a large and a small end. They're very close in size, but one is larger than the other. Next, we find the number 1 setting. Earlier models will have colors. It'll be, the number 1 will be red and then green, unless I'm wrong about that. I'll edit that later. Anyhow, this one has 1 shallow notch. We don't count the long slit. Here you see the number 2 side. And the number 3, the numerals are molded in there as well. It's not very easy to see. Now you put it in with the number 1 facing up or showing on each end, and only turn it to number 2 if there is noticeable brush wear. Where these are a little bit worn out, so it wouldn't hurt to put it on number 2. But most Kirby's, the brush goes 20 years plus, still looking like brand new. So most Kirby's, we put it on the number 1. I'll just do that this time. There we go. Okay, brush is in there. Number 1 facing up or showing on both ends. Next, we hold the belt in the middle. Next, we turn the belt lifter, and this is what matters. Don't worry about what anything says. What matters is this right here. The belt is stretched up in the air by the metal hook. Okay. Pretty simple. The belt needs to end up on that. There's 3 steps. Stretch the belt up, put the nozzle on, drop the belt down. Okay, let's put the metal plate back on real quick. We have these tabs that go into these little grooves here. Then we fold it down and lock it back on. Okay, step 1, stretch the belt up. It has to look like that. That is all that matters. Put that in your brain. Then we bolt the item on the front of the machine. Okay. Now these little bird's feet, they call it, need to land on these outer pegs. It might take a little finagling, but if you just line up this bump dead center with this screw and lean it backwards a little bit, you get to where you can do it with your eyes closed quickly. Okay, bolt it on. Now right now the Kirby will turn on. However, the brushes will not spin. And because of that, the green light will not come on right here. Okay, let's get this puppy plugged in. Turn the Kirby on. Now we're not done, folks, okay? Just showing you the Kirby will now turn on and the green light will not turn on. That is straight airflow with no brushes spinning. Some people like to sweep their hard floors in this mode. Though I prefer to take off this nozzle, put the hose on the front, and use the broom attachment. That's the one with the 4 little wheels, and we'll get to that in another video. Okay, to pick up on carpet, the brushes have to spin, so we have one more step, people, and that is going back to green. Now the belt has been dropped on that steel shaft. The brushes are going to spin, and there's a magnet that spins past an electrical field that actually generates the electricity to illuminate this green LED. Okay. A little hard to see. You usually have to stand right above it and look straight down to see the green light come on. And then next, we need the green light to remain solid green without turning off or preferably even flickering when we touch the carpet. That tells you the brushes have continued to maintain optimal RPM. Here we go. Okay. Let's take a break for a second.
All right, we're ready.
Okay, so let me do that a couple more times, just real quick. We're going to have the Kirby at the highest height adjustment. We are going to lift the light bulb. We are going to turn the belt lifter to red and then unbolt it. Okay. Now you can see the belt is up in the air. Okay. Now, let's say the belt lifter isn't wanting to turn. You don't really need to turn it. You can just unbolt and remove like this. All that matters is that before you go to put it on the machine, it looks like that. Okay, that's it. That's what matters. Okay, let's do that just a few more times, just real quick here. All right, belt lifted up. Bolt. Go to red. Close. Raise up. Lift up light bulb. Red to red. Unbolt it. Belt is up. Bolt it on the machine. Go back to green. Kirby should turn on. Green light turn on. Okay, that's the carpet nozzle. If I wasn't thorough enough, I apologize, and maybe touched on again in later videos. All right, thank you. Okay, so that was our video of the Kirby power nozzle. If I wasn't thorough enough for you, just watch it again. Thank you to the dog and to the teenager for his filmography. Till next time. Bye. Bye. Here was just the regarded my cabinet snips in here behind there. Oh, and be sure to subscribe.